The Lagos Business School Alumni Association hosted the 2022 President's Dinner in Lagos. It was an event that brought together dignitaries, captains of industries, and the leaders that have passed through the prestigious Lagos Business School. After an interesting period of networking and catching up with classmates, the Lagos Business School Alumni Association President Mr. Agada Akpochi welcomed everyone, highlighting the significance of the event and what will be the agenda of his executive team.
We have come here tonight not because we cannot have better dinner in our homes or elsewhere. We have come here because there's a greater good to be done. And that greater good will be for the development of our school, the Lagos Business School, our association, the country, and mankind. For these reasons, our ESCO has identified different areas of focus for the next 2 years. The first of that is to support our school in the development of talents and human capital. Globally, there is a high rate of migration of talents from developing nations to developed nations. We can all complain about all that, but it's not sufficient to complain. I think the important thing is for us to seize this as an opportunity to do what we need to do. The talents that migrate from Nigeria and the rest of Africa need to be replaced. And there is no better institution to do that than the Lagos Business School. And the Lagos Business School is not going to achieve that without the alumni members, the ladies and gentlemen that are seated in this room. For many decades, Nigeria exported slaves and imported talents. Now we are exporting talents. We may complain about the push factor, which is the socioeconomic conditions of our country that has made many to migrate. But there's also the pull factor. The pull factor is that those nations that attract talents from Nigeria have found our talents suitable for their own environment. Otherwise, they will not be attracting the talent. So in this respect, we will do the following to ensure that we will grow enough talent in Nigeria to meet our own needs and for us to export to the rest of the world. Number one, our school will be issuing a bond so as to give loans to those who want to attend different programs in the school. I appeal to each and every one of us, when the bond opens, to please subscribe. The second thing that we will do is to support the school in the establishment of a scholarship scheme. And the third thing is for us, individual members, to nominate and sponsor people for different programs in the school. The second area that we will focus over the next 2 years will be leadership. And in this respect, as you would have been notified, our Alumni Day for 2022 is with the theme, the Leadership Imperative. And we have invited as speakers those who seek to lead our country. And you would agree with the ESCO that this is very important because what they do in the public space affects us as a business community and also as individuals. We will also be focusing on governance. And to do that, we want to lead by example. For that reason, the ESCO has worked with the leadership of the school, led by Professor Ogbeche, to achieve a few things in the last 3 months. First, our association now has its own bank accounts different from that of the school. The second thing we have achieved in the last 3 months in terms of governance also is that our association will no longer be communicating with you or anyone using the letterhead of the school. We will now communicate with the letterhead of our association. The third thing is that we now have a logo for our association and we no longer use the logo of the school. So we are building an identity for the association, all for the good of our school. But governance is very key. And given what we teach at the Lagos Business School, we cannot but show example, and there's no better way to demonstrate that example than how we conduct the affairs of our association.
The representative of the Dean of the Lagos Business School in his remarks lauded the Alumni Association for its efforts in the area of social impact.
When the Lagos Business School Alumni Association was founded, it aimed to promote continuous education for its members while facilitating a strong relationship among members. In addition to this, the association's activities were designed to support LBS in its aims and objectives and to render service to society, especially in the areas of social impact and corporate social responsibility. I am delighted to say that the activities of the LBS Alumni Association have continued to uphold the aims and objectives for which it was created, a tradition of achievement that we can all be proud of.
Highlight of the event was the exchange of staff between immediate past president and the current president of the Lagos Business School Alumni Association, while past presidents were honored. Mr. Agada Akpochi and the immediate past president, Mr. Frank Aigbogun, speak further on the evolution of the association, agenda ahead, and the impact on communities.
Well, I think the priority for each of us is to ask ourselves individually, what can we do to change the narrative? It is so easy for people to blame the ease of the country on some other persons except themselves. But in the Lagos Business School Alumni Association, under my leadership, rather than play the blame game, we want to take proactive steps to help to change the situation of our country. And some of the steps we intend to take is what I've shared with you. So our call on all Nigerians is to ask the question, what can we do individually and collectively to change the fortunes of our country?
And I think this bond is going to help in ensuring that funding is no longer an issue for young, bright Nigerians that are looking to, improving their knowledge by acquiring an MBA education so they can do well in life.
Recently, the Lagos Business School was ranked among the top 50 in the world, which has shown the value of the institution and the capacity to raise dynamic and strategic business leaders. With the plan to issue a bond on the focus on talent development, Lagos Business School Alumni Association is aligning with the realities of supporting human capital development, which is a key area Nigeria must leverage to be globally competitive.